everybody, so in today's video I will be doing a damage guide for various units. For example, let's say the unit I want to evolve today is Pinky. Right here, as you can see, she is a green unit, so we want to do a blue stage as she receives 2 times damage in that stage. Also, since we're evolving Pinky, we want to look at her categories, which one she's buffed in especially. I noticed that she's Nature Fury. Many of you might not have this unit, but just in case you do, Butterfly Guard buffs Nature Fury units by 3 times, so that's something you want to bring. You also want to find a good leader. So since she's under the animal category, if you have Mugi SR plus Secret Plus, you could use her, but she was a unit that you would only evolve later. So for the returning players, you can use somebody like, let's see, you can use Youth, and the leader of this Youth category is, I believe, Leader. You could use Leader, but for this video I'm probably going to be using one of the Nature Fury captains, if I could find them. You know, Byakuya with the 110 lead is going to have to work, because I, for some reason, cannot find any other ones. Alright, so you can use Byakuya. Ideally, you want to aim for a leader with the greatest lead, but this is what we're going to have to go with. I know not many of you guys have Karumi, but I don't know, I actually typed her name out. And you guys might not have Nightmare, but she is the best unit for grinding damage, so gotta get her at some point. And we can bring another support, maybe a nuke right here, like Gilgamesh or keep on typing their real name. You can bring King or Heroes of Ghetto. Both of those units are really good, but I have a better trade on King of Heroes. So as I said, since this is a green unit, you want to do a blue stage as you get a 2 times damage bonus. So let's move on to that. Okay, there it is. You want to do it on Nightmare as more damage is being... Alright, so since we're in the stage, the goal is really just to survive for as long as you possibly can. I never knew she was fully AoE on placement. And so now, you just want to farm. I know not every one of you guys have Senku, which is fine. You can bring Denji, Ramen Guy, anybody. The farms don't really matter. They're just farms after all. But in the case that you don't have Senku, bring Leader, as he is a really good, just all-around buffer. Something that you definitely want to have on the team. And I know some of you guys might be concerned on whether or not, or like what buffs you should choose when playing the game. Like if you should choose the just plus 10 attack, or the summon buff, or the minus in range. It really depends, because as you see, it takes a % of your range off. I haven't used Pinky before, so I don't know if she's a good summoner early on like this. So I'm just upgrading and see if she gets any summons. And once again, keep in mind that at wave 6, fly units come in. That's one thing to consider. Let me still see though. Okay, she summons 1 summon. Is it good though? Well, that's not gonna be my focus for this game. Let me see. Yeah, I already got made there. I mean, it's just the damage grind. It doesn't really take much out of you. You only got to be attentive in the later rounds, like around wave 30. That's when it starts ramping up, and that's when it actually gets somewhat difficult. For now, it's just smooth sailing. Oh yeah, and for those of you guys who don't have Karumi too, you can just really bring any stall unit you used before Karumi. Like, for example, you can use Gojo. You can use Angelic Dragon if you have her. She's a reverse and time stop unit at the same time, which is extremely helpful. There's just a lot of various units you guys can use. It's hard to really recommend one, as they all have their own concrete use. But at the end of the day, it's really up to you guys on what you want to use and what you want to bring. So, well, I do recommend highly that you use one of these characters because they are absolutely wonderful. They will save you a lot of time. As you guys can see, that's weird. Before they had a special attack bonus thing over their heads, but he should be buffing them by 3 times. They used to do 141k by themselves, and now they're at 458k. That's a buff by 3 times. This unit is definitely someone you want to bring if you're trying to evolve a Nature Fury unit. If they're not under any of the categories that have the 3 times buff, like Naruto's 3 times buff or Butterfly King's 3 times buff, just use Kisuke UR++. He has a 2.5 buff with his Bankai, and that's the highest buff you can get on any category, so that's definitely something to consider. But besides that, you just want to set up, get Karumi down as soon as possible. Byaku's useless, but I guess he'll do some damage. So with Karumi, for those of you guys who like just recently got her and don't know what to do with her in the damage stage, this is what you always want to do. So you just want to click this immediately. It will proc anytime you die or whenever your base dies, so just keep that in mind. Keep in mind that all of these moves do have a pretty big cooldown. Not all of them though. Like for example, this Yud ability, it has a 60-second cooldown. Same thing with the time ability, it has a 60-second cooldown. It's not recommended that you use them when they're especially close, but when they're starting to break off and get far into the thing, you want to use them as soon as possible to give you that extra edge over the competition. I'm trying to see if there's anything else to say about these, because I mean, damage farming really doesn't have a lot going for it. It's pretty simple, pretty rudimentary. Just the units change. Oh yeah, it's a good thing he's sleep too. That's throwing in a little bit more stun in there, just a little bit. Oh, these guys are actually way strong. I do not remember them being that tough. Might as well place down Byaku. Wow, whoa. Byaku is actually decent? That's insane. Never would I thought. Seeing Byaku do 1 mil damage. I guess he is an LR after all, so it'd be a shame if he was just useless. And then he has his Bankai. Yeah, whatever. Let's just use it because why not? As you can see, okay, so the reason I place Pinky back here is because Pinky is a cone unit with a cone AoE, so that means that she'll be able to target units and easier by being behind there, because we can't expect to just kill all of them, so we gotta take measures Let's use that now. Now, let me re-click on her. As you can see, she has a time stop ability, so she's constantly stopping time in this circle AoE. I'm not sure if we can get it off before. Yeah, we can. Let's see if you die. Ooh, I used that kinda early. But as you can see, it stops them and protects the base for now. Then I don't want to use this. Okay, and next up, I'd want to use. Oh, I should have used that earlier. I guess I could use this. Should end the line and make those enemies disappear for a while. Since we're full up on this, maybe we can get a kill or two sooner or later. But for now, we'd have to use our nuke. I want to keep the wave thing for as long as I possibly can. There's no need to waste it. Let me use this, because I think this ability's up. Yes, it is. And now we have her time stop thing. She marks these units so they should be time stopped for even longer. And yeah, we just keep on going. There's about no other abilities that you can use to keep yourself alive longer. There's abilities you can use to increase her personal damage, but outside of that, there's no abilities you can use to keep yourself alive longer. Traverse time, that's about it. You can check your units. Each one of my pinkies should have about 3 build damage. That's a little bit under what I needed, but that should be enough by the end of the game. So there you have it. This is the best way to farm damage. Wave 40 and Nightmare is nothing to scoff about. This is actually pretty good, if you ask me, all things considered. That's about it for this video though. Hope this helps you guys, and see you guys.